guys, and thank you for tuning in with me, your girl Zesty and the Zesty Pooh crew. So today, guys, we are making, that's right, cauliflower pizza. We're going to make a crust out of the cauliflower. So let's get started. What I've done is I nooked it for like 5 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain it out. I couldn't find a cheesecloth, so I'm going to have to strain it. And I've made this many times before. I was on keto for a while, and this was actually one of my favorites. It's funny because I like this better than I like regular pizza sometimes, because regular pizza, it has so many carbs in it. So what I'm gonna do, let me get a paper towel. The objective is to get as much water as you can out of there, so that way you won't have a soggy mess. So I'm going to squeeze all that water. And I'm making 2 pieces, but I'm only going to show you one crust. And you can use a paper towel if you don't have a strainer. But I noticed that when you have a paper towel, it sticks to the paper towel. And then you got to get it off. So I like this. So I've gotten enough water out. So what I'm going to do to this now is I'm going to add 1 egg, 1 large egg. And then I'm going to add 1/3 cup of shredded mozzarella. And for this, I'm okay with putting the bag of mozzarella. So I'm just going to put 1/3 cup of it in there. So this is the 1/3 cup of mozzarella. I'm also going to squeeze in some of my Italian herbs. Just probably about a teaspoon of it. Just to give that crust some flavor. Man, it's really good. So to this, I'm going to put in a little garlic powder and a little onion powder. I'm also going to grate in 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. I think that's about a tablespoon. So what you want to do is you want to take your spatula and you just want to mix it in together. Now I have a pizza like tray that goes in the oven, or a pizza pan rather. I'm wondering if I can fit both of my crusts. It usually makes 10 inches in diameter. You probably can't see the whole thing, but this is my pizza pan, and I'm gonna see. So once you put it together, you need to make sure that your oven is set on 400, and then you're gonna bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes. And after it's done baking, what you're going to do is you're going to put your toppings and your sauce on, and you're going to bake it another 8 to 10 minutes. So what I did was I just went on ahead and created 1 pizza. So that way we can just have 1 large pizza. So if you are like me and you need to make more than 1, then you can't just make it into 1 large pizza. I don't know why I didn't think about this. I was trying to like split it in half so that way we'll know as far as portion size. But the parchment paper is still under here. It's just not all the way under here. So I'm probably going to have to take all of this off and then make sure it's enough parchment paper so that way I can just slide it off. But this is it. And this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to make 1 large pizza, okay? So I'll be back and I'll show you how it looks whenever it is 20 to 25 minutes out. Okay, so I think I'm going to make a homemade pizza sauce, because when I did do keto or low carb, I would often make my own sauce, because a lot of the marinaras, I know you can buy them without sugar, but I didn't like it because it always tasted bitter. So to this, what I have is probably about a tablespoon and a half of garlic, and I'm just going to saute that until flagrant. I'm also going to add some of these herbs, these Italian herbs in it. I'm going to probably put about a teaspoon, or maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon. Make sure you saute them. The herbs are already kind of like minced, so You really don't have to open them up too much. And feel free to use whatever herbs you want. I know some people like fresh basil on their pizza and so forth. So to this, I'm going to add 1 small can of tomato paste. So you want to make sure that is all incorporated. And then I'm going to add a can of tomato sauce. This is a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. And this is more than enough sauce. Also, what I'm going to add to this is some Italian seasoning. This is just a Italian seasoning that you use on like chicken and things like that. Not the green leaf Italian seasoning. And I'm only going to use a half a pack, because I don't want it to be too salty. And to keep it low carb friendly, I'm not going to use sugar like I normally would. Instead, I'm going to use monk fruit sweetener. So I'm going to use probably about a teaspoon of that. And the sugar really is just to cut the acidity. And that's why I put it in there. So this is going to be our pizza sauce. The pizza crust is almost done. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shred up some fresh mozzarella. I think 1 of these should be enough. And, you know, as far as the toppings, you use your discretion. We like pineapple and pepperoni. So I'm just going to grate this mozzarella up. I'm also going to grate up some fresh Parmesan and Romano. So this may or may not be enough. We'll see. I may have to do a little bit more, but right now this is looking good. So now I'm going to just grate up the Parmesan. All right, so this is how the pizza look whenever it's done. As you can see, looks like crust, right? Ta-da! Look at that. That's how it looks. So what I'm going to do, because it's firm enough, I'm just going to slide the paper right off of under. And be careful, because when it's hot, it's not flimsy, but you don't want to break it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you do, but I don't want to break mine. So this is our pizza crust. Cauliflower, egg, mozzarella. And I'm just going to put our sauce on here. I'm sure I might have more than enough. So now that I have my sauce, I'm going to put that mozzarella that I grated earlier down. And I only use 1 ball of fresh mozzarella. I think that'll be good enough, yeah. Because remember, we have that Parmesan as well. And if all of it doesn't get grated, just make sure you separate it, so that way when it melts, because mozzarella goes, it stretches pretty far. So there we go. I think I told you guys earlier, we like pepperoni and pineapples on ours. And again, I don't know if pineapples are low carb or, because, I mean, honestly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pepperoni on. So we loading those pepperonis up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle some Parmesan right on top of those pepperonis. This is the bomb, y'all. So I'm going to put this back in the oven for about, I'm going to say 8 to 10 minutes until and I'm going to put a little garlic powder on here. And I'm also going to put a little bit of oregano. I'm sorry, basil. I'm going to put a little bit of basil. And just sprinkle it on there. And honestly, it's pretty much done. You just need your toppings to melt. All right, guys, here we go. This is our magnificent cauliflower pizza crust pizza. I would advise that you allow it to cool before you cut into it. But I want to show you something. Check this out. You see these edges? They're crispy. Y'all, this cauliflower pizza is so good. Give it a try. Well, with that being said, I love each and every one of you, and I ask you to continue to love out loud. I'm going to read a positive affirmation that involves self love. If you can't love out loud, then try to love yourself. All right? So, with that being said, if you like what you've seen today and you want to see more of it, continue to, well, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm all out of words today. I'm tired. All right. And this one is, I got this one from Affirmations for Success. It says, I am successful. I believe in my talents and abilities. I was born with everything I need. No one is better than me. I am smart. I can do all things. I have great ideas. I love myself. I am important. I am worthy of all things good. I like my personality, and I finish what I start. Even if you don't believe these words, begin to speak these words into your life, into your existence, and believe in yourself, y'all. I'm telling you, I can't stress this enough. Believe in yourself and your abilities. If God gave you a vision or a dream, act on it. Even if you're afraid, do it afraid. And with that being said, y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Until next time.